Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm reading The Clone Conspiracy, issue number 4. This is a Spider-Man tie-in, a fairly contained event. Guys, when last we saw our hero in this conspiratorial clone caper, the Jackal revealed himself to be Ben Reilly, a clone of a clone to the 18th power or so, killed and reincarnated multiple times to perfect the cloning process. It almost worked, except that the cells of the clones degrade fairly quickly. Well, clone or no, he's the clone of the one and only, sort of, Spider-Man, and he eventually breaks free and takes over the entire process, expands on the Jackal's work, and they have to take a chill pill, at least that's what I call it, to not turn into contagious zombies. In the meantime, Ben all but convinces Spider-Man, Peter Parker, that cloning is a great idea and that, together, they can bring back everyone who died under his watch and prevent death forever. Dr. Octopus, cloned, but as up-to-date as could be imagined, is reunited with Anna Marie, the girl he fell in love with when he was in Peter Parker's body. Now seriously, keep up. Doc Ock comes up with a brilliant idea about the radiation from the sun, or at least a certain frequency, being responsible for the cellular degradation. He and Anna isolate the frequency. Peter realizes that Ben the Jackal Reilly could have brought back Uncle Ben a while ago, but he didn't, because he knows that Uncle Ben would have been disappointed, claiming that he had all the power but none of the responsibility. Wow, that's deep. Ben snaps, literally, and commands all the clones to kill Spider-Man. And they all attack, with the exception of Prowler. He tries to help. We don't get to see that much action because Ben goes upstairs and gets a report from Doc Ock and Anna that the clones can finally be perfect. And Ben tries to reward Anna by offering to clone her without the genetic flaw that made her a little person. She gets mad, but Doc Ock flies into a rage at the insult and attacks Ben, who leaps out of the way. Doc Ock realizes that he's actually a Spider-Man clone and decides to expose all the clones to a lethal dose of the radiation, causing them all to instantly degrade, causing a carrion virus to outbreak. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. Dan Slott has mental issues, and I mean that in the best possible way. Who in their right mind thinks up stuff like this? Literally, Dan found a way to bring back old characters in a clone series without even cloning them all. Also, he managed to keep the one golden rule of comics. He didn't actually bring back Uncle Ben. Guys, I'm going to give this comic an A. This issue, and thus the story, was a little rushed. I didn't necessarily need to see the battle between all the clones and Peter instead of just him jumping over them while they run away. I mean, you know, sometimes the Sinister Six stories are great because you get to see a lot of action there. Well, maybe we'll get to see it in a Spider-Man comic coming up, one of the tie-ins like next week. But, you know, whatever. The idea of rushing it and having Doc go crazy and turn all the clones around, it's cool and all, but I was really hoping that Doc wouldn't be so nuts here and that he would be somewhat in control of himself instead of the old Doc Ock. I really want to see Superior Spider-Man come back, but I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of Spider-Men out there, but I don't think it would be too bad to have Superior Spider-Man running around, but apparently we're not going to get him now, and we're not even going to get Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider, so I'm sad. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.